Hello my friends, Dr. Mandell here. If you're over 50, you've probably noticed something. The strength you once had in your 30s and 40s doesn't always come as easily. Muscles start to shrink, recovery gets slower, and even everyday activities can feel harder than before. This is called sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss. But here's the exciting news. Nature has already given us one simple, powerful food that can help you rebuild and protect your muscles, keeping you strong, active, and youthful. And that food is almonds. My friends, if you're over the age of 50, I want to talk with you about something that silently happens inside the body that very few people are even aware of. It's called sarcopenia. This is the natural age-related muscle loss that slowly creeps up on us year after year. You may not notice it at first. Maybe your arms don't feel as strong when you're carrying groceries, or you get tired faster walking up a flight of stairs. Maybe you're not lifting things around the house the way you used to, or you're noticing that your balance isn't quite what it used to be. These are all signs that your muscles are gradually weakening, and this process is happening inside all of us as we get older. But here's the truth. I want you to really understand, just because it's common doesn't mean it has to be your reality. You can take steps to fight it and rebuild your strength. Sarcopenia usually starts around your 40s, but it becomes much more noticeable after 50. The average person can lose up to 1% of their muscle mass every single year after middle age. Think about that. Over the course of a decade, that's 10% of your muscle gone. By the time you're in your 70s or 80s, that can add up to a significant amount of weakness, making it harder to do the simplest things you once took for granted. Now, this isn't just about losing a little muscle tone in the arms or legs. This is about how your body functions every single day. Your muscles are the very engines that keep you moving, keep you balanced, and keep you independent. When they shrink and weaken, your risk of fall skyrockets. Your ability to protect your bones and joints diminishes. Even your metabolism slows down because muscles are metabolically active tissue, meaning the less muscle you have, the fewer calories you burn at rest, and the easier it is to gain fat around your belly and waistline. Many people don't realize that muscle loss is directly tied to overall health. Weak muscles are not just about being less strong, they affect the entire body. They make it harder for you to stabilize your spine, which can lead to back pain. They affect your posture, making you more hunched over and more vulnerable to injury. They even affect your circulation because when your muscles aren't contracting strongly, your blood doesn't flow as efficiently throughout your body. And let's not forget, weaker muscles also mean weaker bones. That's right. Muscles pull on bones, and when that stimulus is lost, bones become more fragile and brittle, leading to osteoporosis and fractures. Now here's the part that gives us hope. Muscle loss is not an inevitable sentence. It is not something you have to just accept as part of aging. Your body is constantly breaking down and rebuilding itself, and that includes your muscles. When you give your body the right nutrition, the right movement, and the right care, it will respond at any age. I have seen men and women in their 60s, 70s, even 80s rebuild muscle and regain strength they thought was gone forever. The body is always listening, always adapting, always willing to heal if you give it what it needs. The reason sarcopenia becomes such a problem is because of two main things: lack of use and lack of nourishment. Many people after 50 slow down in activity. They're not walking as much, they're not lifting things, and they're not moving their bodies the way they did when they were younger. Remember, muscles are a use it or lose it system. When you stop challenging them, they shrink. But the other factor is just as important: nutrition. As we age, our body doesn't process protein the same way it used to. We become less efficient at muscle protein synthesis, the actual building of new muscle fibers. This means you can be eating the same food you ate in your 30s, but your muscles aren't getting the same benefit from them anymore. And this is why sarcopenia becomes such a serious issue for so many people. Not only are they moving less, but they're also not giving their muscles the raw materials they need to grow and repair. The result, a slow but steady decline in muscle mass, strength, and function. And it doesn't take much to see the difference. A little less muscle in your thighs and suddenly getting up from a chair feels like a struggle. A little less muscle in your calves and suddenly walking long distances feels exhausting. A little less muscle in your core and suddenly you find yourself slouching or dealing with back pain. I want you to imagine two people. One is 65 years old and has let sarcopenia take over. Their muscles are weak, their steps are slow, they need help getting up from the couch and they're afraid of falling. The other is the same age but has chosen to fight back. They nourish their muscles, they keep moving, and they give their body the tools it needs to stay strong. That person still goes for walks, still carries their own groceries, still enjoys their independence. Which one would you rather be? The choice is yours. Your muscles are your fountain of youth. When you keep them strong, you keep your body young. It doesn't matter if you're 50, 60, 70 or beyond. Your body has an incredible ability to rebuild and recover. And this is why I say over and over again, don't give up on yourself. Don't accept weakness as your new normal. Don't accept fatigue, cramps, and balance problems as just part of getting older. There are steps you can take every single day to rebuild what you've lost. And it all starts with awareness, understanding what sarcopenia is, how it affects you, and what you can do to prevent it. So my friends, remember this, sarcopenia may be common, but it doesn't have to be your destiny. Every time you nourish your muscles, every time you move your body, every time you choose strength over inactivity, you are turning the clock back. You are building a stronger, healthier, more vibrant you. And that's what life is about, living with energy, independence, and vitality at every stage of life. I want to share something very simple but very powerful with you when it comes to rebuilding your muscles and keeping your strength as you age. One of the greatest gifts nature has given us comes in the form of a tiny little nut, almonds. Now you might look at an almond and think, how could something so small make such a big difference? But let me tell you, the nutrients inside this little powerhouse can literally change the way your muscles perform, the way you feel, and the way you age. Almonds are not just another snack. They are a complete package of protein, minerals, antioxidants, and healthy fats that work together in harmony to keep your muscles alive, active, and youthful. And the beauty is, they are simple, affordable, and available almost anywhere. No fancy supplements, no complicated formulas. Just a handful of almonds a day can make a tremendous impact on your strength and energy. Let's break this down in a way that makes sense. First, protein. Protein is the building block of muscle. Without it, your body cannot repair or build new muscle fibers. Now, as we get older, our bodies don't process protein as efficiently as they used to. This is why older adults often need even more protein than younger people to get the same results. Almonds give you a plant-based, easy-to-digest protein that your muscles can use right away. You don't need a giant steak or a protein powder to get started. Even just a handful of almonds has enough protein to stimulate the process of muscle protein synthesis, the actual rebuilding of muscle tissue. Next, magnesium. This is a mineral most people don't even think about, but it's absolutely essential for muscle health. Magnesium is the mineral that allows your muscles to contract and relax properly. Without enough magnesium, you'll notice more cramps, more fatigue, and more weakness. Magnesium also helps produce ATP, which is the energy currency of your cells. Think of ATP as the fuel your muscles burn every time you move. Without fuel, the car doesn't run. Without magnesium, your muscles don't run efficiently. And almonds are one of the richest natural sources of magnesium you can find. By eating almonds, you're not only feeding your muscles protein, but you're also fueling them with the mineral that makes that protein work. Then we have vitamin E. Now this is where almonds really shine. Vitamin E is a powerful antioxidant, and what that means is it protects your muscles from oxidative stress and inflammation. Every time you move your body, every time you exercise, or even just go through your daily routine, your muscles produce free radicals, little unstable molecules that can damage cells in slow recovery. Vitamin E neutralizes those free radicals, reduces inflammation, and helps your muscles bounce back faster. That means less soreness, less stiffness, and quicker recovery. And here's the best part. Most people do not get enough vitamin E in their diet. Almonds are one of the best natural sources, making them a must-have for anyone over 50 who wants to protect their muscles. But it doesn't stop there. Almonds also provide healthy fats, particularly monounsaturated fats. These fats keep your heart strong, your blood vessels flexible, and your circulation moving smoothly. Why does that matter for your muscles? Because your muscles need oxygen and nutrients delivered to them constantly. Good circulation ensures that the protein, magnesium, and other nutrients you eat actually reach your muscle fibers. Without good circulation, your muscles starve. With almonds, you're not only feeding your muscles directly, but you're also improving the highways and roads that deliver those nutrients to the right place. Now let's talk about energy. How many times have you felt drained in the middle of the day? That mid-afternoon crash that makes you feel like you just want to lie down. Almonds can help prevent that. Because they are rich in fiber and healthy fats, they release energy slowly into your bloodstream. This keeps your blood sugar stable and prevents that roller coaster of highs and lows that make you feel weak and sluggish. With steady energy, you can stay active, move more, and keep your muscles engaged throughout the day. Remember, the more you move, the stronger your muscles stay. Imagine this. You wake up in the morning, you have a handful of almonds with your breakfast, and immediately you've given your body protein to build muscle, magnesium to fuel contractions, vitamin E to protect your cells, and healthy fats to keep your energy stable. That one simple habit, repeated daily, can keep your muscles stronger, your balance better, and your independence longer. I've seen people in their 60s and 70s who made this small change, just adding almonds to their routine, and within weeks they noticed more energy, fewer cramps, better recovery, and even better skin and hair. Why? Because when you feed your body real nutrition, your body thanks you in every way. And remember, this isn't about becoming a bodybuilder or lifting heavy weights. This is about keeping your muscles strong enough to do the things you love, playing with your grandchildren, going for walks, carrying your own groceries, getting up from the chair with ease. These are the things that give you quality of life, and almonds can be a powerful tool in helping you hold on to them. So my friends, don't underestimate the power of this simple nut. Almonds are not a gimmick. They are not a passing trend. They are one of nature's most complete foods for muscle health, especially for those of us over 50. And the best part is, they taste great. You can eat them raw, roasted, chopped into a salad, blended into a smoothie, or even soaked overnight to make them easier to digest. However you enjoy them, just make sure they're a part of your daily routine. Your muscles are your engines of life. Keep them fueled, keep them nourished, and they will serve you for decades to come. Almonds are one of the easiest, most effective ways to do that. A handful a day can mean the difference between losing your strength and regaining it. And as I always say, your health is your wealth. Take care of your muscles now, and they will take care of you for the rest of your life. I want you to pause for a moment and really think about this. Every single cell in your body depends on nutrients. Without them, your body cannot function the way it's designed to. And when it comes to building, repairing, and maintaining muscle, there are 3 nutrients that stand out above the rest: protein, magnesium, and vitamin E. Together, these nutrients form the foundation of muscle strength, energy, and recovery. And the beautiful part is, nature has packaged all 3 of these nutrients right inside a simple almond. That's why I call almonds a true superfood for those of us who are aging and want to keep our muscles youthful, strong, and alive. Let's first talk about protein. You hear it all the time. Protein is the building block of muscle, and it's true. Without enough protein, your muscles simply cannot rebuild. Every time you move your body, whether it's climbing stairs, carrying a bag of groceries, or even just standing up from a chair, you create tiny amounts of stress and micro damage in your muscle fibers. That's not a bad thing. In fact, that's how your muscles grow stronger. But here's the key. Those little micro tears need protein to heal. Your body takes the protein you eat, breaks it down into amino acids, and then uses those amino acids to patch and strengthen your muscle fibers. This process is called muscle protein synthesis, and it is what keeps your muscles from wasting away. Now here's the challenge. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at turning protein into muscle. This means if you're over 50, the same amount of protein that worked for you in your 20s and 30s just doesn't cut it anymore. You need more, and you need it from clean, high-quality sources. Almonds provide a beautiful plant-based protein that is easy for the body to use. Just a handful of almonds can give you the protein boost your muscles need to start rebuilding. It's not about eating huge amounts, it's about consistency and quality. That's why almonds can play such a big role in helping you fight age-related muscle loss. Now let's shift to magnesium. This is one of the most overlooked minerals in the world, yet it is absolutely essential for muscle health. Magnesium is like the spark plug in your muscles. Every time your muscles contracts or relaxes, magnesium is at work. Without enough magnesium, you'll feel cramps, stiffness, and fatigue. Many people don't realize that the twitching in their legs at night or the cramping in their calves during a walk is often a sign of magnesium deficiency. And here's something else. Magnesium is also needed to create ATP, the main energy currency of your cells. Think of ATP as the gasoline that keeps your engine running. Without magnesium, you don't produce enough ATP, and without ATP, your muscles simply cannot fire properly. When you eat almonds, you're giving your muscles a steady supply of magnesium. This mineral keeps your contractions smooth, your energy steady, and your endurance higher. And remember this, as we age, our ability to hold on to magnesium decreases. Stress, poor diet, medications, and even coffee can deplete our magnesium reserves. That's why it's so important to keep topping off the tank. Almonds are one of the best natural sources, and they deliver magnesium in a form your body can easily absorb and use. And now we come to vitamin E. This is where almonds really shine. Vitamin E is a potent antioxidant. Every time your muscles work, they produce free radicals. These are unstable molecules that can damage your cells, cause inflammation, and slow recovery. If you've ever felt sore for days after a little exercise or noticed your muscles feeling weaker after activity, free radical damage may be playing a role. Vitamin E sweeps in like a shield, protecting your muscle cells from this damage. It reduces inflammation, speeds up recovery, and helps your muscles bounce back faster. But vitamin E doesn't just help your muscles. It protects your nerves, your heart, and your skin. It keeps your circulation strong, which ensures that all the protein and magnesium you eat actually get delivered to your muscle fibers. And most importantly, it gives your muscles longevity. This means they don't just survive day-to-day stress, they thrive for the long term. That's what keeps you feeling younger, stronger, and more vibrant, even as the years go by. Here's what's fascinating. Most people do not get enough vitamin E. It's not a nutrient that shows up in high amounts in many foods, and deficiency can lead to weakness, fatigue, and even nerve issues. But almonds, they are one of the richest sources of natural vitamin E you can find. This is why including almonds in your diet is such a smart, simple way to support not just your muscles, but your entire body. Now I want you to imagine this synergy. Protein is giving your muscles the raw materials to build. Magnesium is acting as the spark that allows those muscles to contract, relax, and generate energy. Vitamin E is protecting those muscles from damage and helping them recover. When all three of these are working together, your muscles don't just survive, they thrive. And this is the secret to rebuilding muscle as you age. It's not just about exercising harder or eating more. It's about giving your body the specific nutrients it needs to function like it did years ago. And the beauty is, you don't need to chase a dozen different supplements to get these nutrients. You don't need to spend a fortune. Nature has packaged them all in one place inside a small, delicious almond. By simply making almonds part of your daily routine, you are supplying your muscles with protein, magnesium, and vitamin E in one natural, powerful dose. I want you to remember this, my friends. The strength you feel, the energy you carry, the independence you hold on to, it all comes down to the health of your muscles. Feed them what they need, and they will repay you with vitality, resilience, and power at any age. Protein builds, magnesium fuels, Vitamin E protects together. They are your allies in staying strong, youthful, and vibrant. And almonds are your simplest, most reliable way to get them. Stay committed, stay consistent, and never underestimate the power of small daily habits. A handful of almonds may seem like a small choice, but the impact it has on your muscle health and overall well-being is enormous. Your body is always listening. Give it what it needs, and it will reward you with strength and vitality for many years to come. God bless you, and keep moving forward. Let's talk about something very simple that can completely transform the way you feel every single day. It's not a complicated supplement. It's not an expensive treatment. It's something so small and so easy that many people overlook it. And that is the daily habit of eating just one handful of almonds. That's right, about 20 to 25 almonds a day. This tiny habit can make a profound difference in your muscles, your energy, your blood sugar, and your overall vitality. Now you might be asking yourself, can something that small really matter? And the answer is yes, absolutely. The body doesn't always need big dramatic changes. What it needs is consistency. When you give your body a steady stream of the right nutrients every single day, that adds up. Over time, your muscles rebuild, your energy stabilizes, and your body begins to feel younger and stronger. The power of almonds lies not just in what they contain, but in what happens when you make them part of your daily routine. Let's start with energy. How many of you wake up in the morning feeling tired, sluggish, and looking for that quick fix of coffee or sugar just to get going? And how many of you crash in the afternoon feeling like you're running on empty? This is what happens when your body isn't receiving steady fuel. Almonds are rich in healthy fats, protein, and fiber, which all work together to release energy slowly and steadily into your bloodstream. This means no spikes, no crashes, no roller coaster of highs and lows, just consistent, balanced energy that carries you through your day. When you eat a handful of almonds, you are essentially giving your body a slow-burning log for the fire, rather than throwing in a handful of dry leaves that burn out in minutes. That's the difference between lasting energy and temporary energy. Now let's talk about blood sugar. This is one of the most important aspects of aging gracefully because unstable blood sugar is tied to so many health problems, fatigue, weight gain, brain fog, and even diabetes. When you eat processed foods high in sugar or refined carbohydrates, your blood sugar spikes, your insulin surges, and then you crash. Over time, this roller coaster damages your cells, stresses your pancreas, and weakens your muscles. But almonds, they do the opposite. The healthy fats and fiber in almonds slow down the absorption of sugar into your bloodstream. This keeps your blood sugar stable and prevents those dangerous spikes and crashes. Stable blood sugar means more consistent energy, less hunger, better weight control, and stronger muscles. Because when your blood sugar is balanced, your body is free to focus on repairing and rebuilding rather than fighting fires all day long. Now let's move to the muscles. This is where the daily habit of almonds really shines. Muscles don't just need occasional support, they need daily, consistent nourishment. When you eat a handful of almonds every single day, you are sending a steady supply of protein, magnesium, and vitamin E to your muscle fibers. Remember, protein builds, magnesium fuels, and vitamin E protects. This daily routine ensures that your muscles are constantly being repaired, constantly being fueled, and constantly being protected from damage. And over time, this daily protection and nourishment adds up to something incredible. You start to notice that your muscles feel stronger, you recover faster, and your endurance improves. I want you to think about it this way. If you plant a seed and water it once a month, do you expect it to grow into a strong tree? Of course not. But if you water it every day, even with just a little bit of water, it grows strong, steady, and resilient. The same is true with your muscles. One handful of almonds every day is like giving them water and sunlight consistently. Over weeks and months, they respond. They grow stronger. They hold on to their vitality. And that's how you fight age-related muscle loss. Not with one big change, but with small daily consistency. Now, I know some of you might say, but Dr. Mandell, I don't want to gain weight by eating nuts every day. And I want you to understand this clearly. Almonds, even though they contain fat, are not the enemy. In fact, studies show that people who eat almonds regularly often have better weight control than those who don't. Why? Because the healthy fats and fiber in almonds keep you feeling full and satisfied, reducing your cravings for junk food. Instead of grabbing a cookie or a bag of chips, you eat almonds and your body gets real nourishment. You end up eating less empty calories and more of the foods that actually support your health. Another powerful benefit of eating almonds daily is circulation. Your muscles need blood flow to deliver oxygen and nutrients. The healthy fats in almonds keep your blood vessels flexible and your circulation strong. That means every time your heart pumps, your muscles are being nourished more efficiently. Strong circulation also means quicker recovery after activity, less soreness, and more energy for movement. And movement, my friends, is the key to keeping your independence as you age. So when we talk about almonds, we're not just talking about a snack, we're talking about a tool, an incredibly powerful natural tool that can change the way you feel every single day. A handful of almonds daily means stable energy, balanced blood sugar, stronger muscles, better recovery, and even a healthier heart and brain. Think about what that means for your life. It means being able to take that walk without getting tired. It means having the energy to play with your grandchildren. It means being able to carry your groceries without struggling. It means waking up in the morning and actually feeling alive and ready to face the day. These are the things that matter most, and they are within your reach with the simple habit of eating almonds every day. So my message to you is simple. Don't underestimate the power of small daily actions. One handful of almonds may seem small, but the benefits are enormous. Consistency is the secret. When you choose almonds every day, you are choosing energy, strength, balance, and vitality. You are choosing to fight back against muscle loss, fatigue, and weakness. You are choosing to age with grace, strength, and independence. My friends, take this simple step. Add almonds to your daily routine and watch what happens. Your body will thank you, your muscles will thank you, and you will feel the difference. God bless you and stay strong. I want to take a moment and talk about why all this truly matters. When we speak about muscles, protein, nutrition, and foods like almonds, it's not just about looking stronger or building bigger arms. It's about your independence. It's about your freedom. It's about being able to live the life you want on your own terms without depending on others for every little thing. And when you understand this, you'll see why protecting your muscles and nourishing your body every single day is one of the most important choices you can ever make. As we age, the truth is that many people begin to lose their independence, not because of their heart, not because of their lungs, but because of their muscles. Weak muscles make it harder to walk, harder to balance, harder to climb stairs, harder to get out of a chair. When those muscles shrink and weaken, daily activities that once felt effortless become real challenges. That is when people start to depend on walkers, canes, and even other people just to get around. And that, my friends, can be devastating, not just for the body, but for the spirit. But here's the good news. This decline is not inevitable. You are not destined to lose your strength and independence just because the years are passing. You can absolutely fight back. And one of the simplest ways to do that is by keeping your muscles nourished and strong every single day. When you eat foods like almonds, when you move your body, when you give your muscles the protein, magnesium, and vitamin E they need, you are not just feeding your muscles, you are protecting your independence. Now let's talk about something else that is very important, your bones. Your muscles and bones work as a team. When your muscles contract, they pull on your bones. And this pulling stimulates your bones to stay dense and strong. Without strong muscles, your bones become fragile and weak. That's when osteoporosis sets in and bones become much more likely to break. Think about it. How many older people do you know who broke a hip and then their whole health declined afterward? That one injury often changes everything. And the main reason that happens is because of weak muscles and weak bones working together to make the body vulnerable. By keeping your muscles strong, you are directly protecting your bones. Every step you take, every time you stand up, every time you lift something, you are sending signals to your bones to stay dense and resilient. And when you combine that with the magnesium, protein, and vitamin E from almonds, you are giving your body the exact tools it needs to keep both your muscles and bones alive and healthy. That's why I say this isn't just about muscles. This is about your entire skeletal system. This is about protecting yourself from fractures, from pain, from long hospital stays, and from the loss of independence that comes with them. Now let's discuss one of the biggest fears many people have as they age: falling. A fall may not sound like a big deal to someone who's young, but for someone over 60 or 70, a single fall can change everything. Falls lead to broken bones, head injuries, and long recoveries. But what causes those falls? Weak muscles, poor balance, and fragile bones. The weaker your legs and core become, the harder it is to catch yourself if you trip or slip. The weaker your bones become, the more serious the injury when you do fall. This is why keeping your muscles strong is one of the most powerful things you can do to prevent falls. Strong muscles stabilize your joints, keep your posture upright, and give you the ability to react quickly when life throws you off balance. When you eat almonds every day, when you move your body, when you commit to nourishing your muscles, you're not just protecting against weakness, you're reducing your risk of falls, fractures, and the downward spiral that often follows. You're giving yourself the gift of confidence, confidence to walk without fear, confidence to live your life without being constantly worried about accidents. And that, my friends, is priceless. But I want to go even deeper, because this is also about vitality. It's about the way you feel when you wake up in the morning. It's about the energy you carry throughout your day. Strong muscles don't just help you move, they help you feel alive. They give you energy. They improve your circulation, they support your metabolism, and they even affect your brain. Studies show that people with stronger muscles have sharper minds, less fatigue, and even better moods. That means protecting your muscles is also protecting your mind and your spirit. So let's put this all together. By simply eating a handful of almonds each day, you're giving your muscles the protein they need to grow, the magnesium they need to function, and the vitamin E they need to recover. By keeping your muscles strong, you are protecting your bones. By protecting your muscles and bones, you are reducing your risk of falls. By reducing your risk of falls, you are protecting your independence, your confidence, and your quality of life. And by nourishing your muscles every day, you are feeding your vitality, your energy, and your spirit. This is why I am so passionate about sharing this message, because so many people believe that weakness, fatigue, and dependence are just part of aging, but they are not. You have the power to change that. You have the power to stay strong, to stay active, and to keep your independence for many years to come. And it doesn't take drastic measures. It takes small, consistent steps. It takes daily habits like eating almonds, moving your body, and believing in your ability to improve. So my friends, I want you to see almonds not just as food, but as a symbol of something greater. They are a symbol of your commitment to yourself, to your strength, to your independence, and to your future. Every handful you eat is a step towards stronger muscles, stronger bones, better balance, and greater vitality. It's a step toward living life on your own terms, with confidence and with freedom. Remember, your health is your greatest gift. Protect it, nourish it, and cherish it. Stay strong, stay independent, and live with the energy and vitality that you deserve. God bless you, and keep moving forward every single day.